If you don't control your mind, someone or something else will. That's not just a quote. It's the truth most people ignore every day. Your mind is the engine behind every decision, every emotion, every habit, and every result in your life. But here's the problem. Most people never learn how to take control of it. They let their mind wander, overthink, hesitate, panic, and spiral. Then they wonder why they feel stuck, tired, or unmotivated. This audiobook is not about motivation that fades after 5 minutes. It's about helping you understand your mind and how to take full charge of it, step by step, choice by choice. You're going to learn how to stop overthinking, how to control your reactions, how to stay calm under pressure, and how to replace weak thoughts with strong ones. This isn't theory. This is the mindset work that transforms lives. If you're serious about getting your life together, you start by controlling what's happening inside your head. Listen closely. This could change everything. Chapter 1. Decide what thoughts deserve space in your head. You wake up every day with thousands of thoughts running through your mind. Some are helpful, some are harmful, and some are just noise. But here's the truth most people ignore. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every thought should have power over you, and usually it doesn't choose well. See, most people never stop and think about what they're thinking. They don't filter, they accept every thought as real. If a negative thought shows up, they believe it. If a discouraging idea pops into their head, they hold on to it. If an old memory comes back, they let it control how they feel. And this is where the damage starts. When you treat every thought as truth, you hand over control of your life to something unstable. You must learn to decide. You must take that power back. Every thought that enters your mind is not a command, it's not a fact, it's not always useful, it's just a thought. And your job is to step back and ask, does this deserve space in my mind? If you allow every worry, every fear, every doubt, every excuse to live in your head, don't be surprised when you feel stuck, tired, and overwhelmed. Because those thoughts, over time, will wear you down. They'll convince you to play small. They'll keep you distracted, and they'll tell you to settle. You need to stop and think, what is this thought doing for me? Is it helping me grow? Is it keeping me focused? Is it pushing me toward who I want to become? If not, why are you holding on to it? This is not about pretending everything is fine. It's not about ignoring reality. It's about taking responsibility for what you allow into your mental space. Just like you wouldn't let a stranger walk into your home and trash it, you shouldn't let any random thought walk into your mind and stay. Start paying attention. The moment a thought shows up, notice how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel weak, hopeless, angry, afraid, or ashamed, question it. Ask yourself where it came from. Ask yourself if it's based on truth or fear. Ask yourself if it's helping you build the life you want, because thoughts shape actions, and actions shape results. If you keep thinking you're not good enough, you'll start acting like it. If you keep thinking you'll fail, you'll stop trying. If you keep thinking the past defines you, you won't change your future. Thoughts are not harmless. They create momentum, either forward or backward. But here's the good news. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. You are the one who decides what stays and what goes. You are the gatekeeper. And once you start acting like it, you'll feel a shift, a sense of power, a sense of control. Because now, you're not reacting, you're choosing. Start your day with clarity. Don't just roll out of bed and grab your phone. Don't open the door to distraction right away. Sit quietly, even if it's for 5 minutes, and ask yourself, what kind of thoughts do I want to carry today? Choose them. Set them. Anchor them. You'll feel the difference. And when the day gets noisy, and it will, you'll already know what belongs in your mind and what doesn't. When doubt tries to sneak in, you'll notice it faster. When old habits try to take over, you'll resist them with more strength. When someone says something that normally upsets you, you'll stay calm because you already decided they don't get to control your mind. This is not a quick fix. It's not something you master in a week. It's a practice. You'll fail sometimes. You'll forget. You'll slip into old patterns. That's okay. What matters is that you come back to this decision. Only the thoughts that serve me get to stay. There's a reason so many people feel anxious and mentally exhausted. They've never cleaned up their mind. They've never stopped to ask, do I really believe this? They're carrying old pain, outdated beliefs and stories that no longer help them, and they're living in a mental space that's full of clutter. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more content. You need to clear space for clarity. And clarity only comes when you remove what doesn't belong. Start small. Just catch one thought today that normally goes unnoticed. Maybe it's the voice that tells you to delay something important. Maybe it's the thought that says you're not smart enough. Maybe it's that mental replay of something you regret. When you catch it, pause. Interrupt it. Say no. That doesn't belong here. You'll feel uncomfortable. That's normal. But soon, that pause becomes power. And that power becomes your new standard. You stop letting your mind run on autopilot, and you start driving it where you want to go. And once you taste that feeling of choosing your thoughts, you won't want to go back. Because for the first time, you're in charge. You're no longer reacting to life with a scattered mind. You're responding with clarity. You're thinking with intention. You're building inner strength, not by accident, but by choice. People often ask, how do I feel better? The real question is, how do I think better? Because your feelings follow your thoughts, and your actions follow your feelings. So if you want better results, you have to think better thoughts. And to think better thoughts, you have to decide what thoughts deserve your time and your energy. You don't have to believe everything your mind says. You don't have to argue with it either. You just need to decide. Keep what lifts you. Keep what moves you forward. Keep what aligns with the person you want to become. Everything else, let it go. Your mind can be your greatest tool or your biggest trap, but the choice is always yours. And that choice starts with one powerful question. Does this thought deserve to stay? If not, don't give it another second. Replace it with something better, with something stronger, with something that pushes you, grounds you, and reminds you who you are and what you're here to do. Because once you learn to decide what thoughts stay and what thoughts leave, you're no longer controlled by your mind. You're controlling it, and that's where real change begins. Chapter 2. Catch yourself when your mind starts lying again. Your mind is powerful, but it isn't always honest. There are moments when your own thoughts work against you, and if you're not paying attention, those thoughts will shape how you feel, how you act, and how your life turns out. One of the most important skills you can develop is the ability to catch your mind the moment it starts lying to you. It happens quietly. You think it's just another passing idea, but it's not. It's a message that's trying to lower your belief in yourself. It says things like, you're not good enough. You always mess things up. No one cares what you do. Or, it's too late for you. And the most dangerous part? These lies don't come from the outside. They come from within. Most people never stop to question them. They hear the lie and believe it. They repeat it to themselves. They act on it. They live by it. And over time, those lies become their reality. Not because they were true, but because they never stopped to check. If you want to control your mind, you have to be alert. You have to develop the habit of watching your own thoughts with clear eyes. The moment your mind tells you something that feels heavy, harsh, or hopeless, pause. That's your signal. That's the moment to stop everything and look closer. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it's hurting you, if it's draining your strength, if it's pushing you toward fear or regret, you must challenge it. Because the mind has patterns. It tends to repeat what's familiar, and if you've lived for years with self-doubt or guilt or fear, your mind will return to those patterns, even when you're trying to grow. That's why catching the lie early matters. The longer you let it stay, the more damage it does. It shifts your focus. It messes with your confidence. It convinces you to shrink back instead of stepping forward. And what's worse, the more you obey that lie, the more power it gains. You weren't born doubting yourself. You weren't born thinking you're not enough. Those thoughts came later, from pain, from comparison, from failure. But just because they've been with you for a while doesn't mean they belong to you. You don't owe loyalty to a voice that weakens you. You owe it to yourself to build a new standard. Start watching your inner language. Not just the obvious words, but the quiet ones, the background noise, the thoughts that come when you're tired or stressed or disappointed. That's when the lies sneak in. They don't always shout, sometimes they whisper, and if you're not fully present, you'll believe them before you realize they're not true. You have to interrupt them, you have to speak to them, not with panic but with strength. When your mind says, you can't handle this, answer back with, I've handled worse. When it says, they're better than you, remind yourself, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to grow. When it says, you'll